Hello everybody, ShotSnipe8 here, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today we are doing another episode of Shadows Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the Mouse. I love this tank. I'm happy I got it. They'll probably bring it back in 2023 at some point, or 2022. Sorry, I'm not good at time anymore. COVID. I really shouldn't use that as an excuse, but I don't know what's going on. I kind of forgot what I was doing. But anyways, hi. So today we're reviewing the Mouse, aka you're not going to penetrate it with anything if it's not from the Cold War. I've seen shells from, where is it? Where is that stupid piece of garbage? From this stupid thing. Or wait, no. Wait, was it that thing or was it the other one? I think it may have been the Leopard. No, it wasn't the Leopard. It was this one. From this stupid thing, sorry, let me give you some clarity. With the 90mm cannon, ricochet right off of it. Does the Leopard... Wait, doesn't the Leopard have a bigger gun? Yes, the Leopard has a bigger gun. That's weird. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's never going to be as good as the E100, which is a lot. Where's the speed? Which is a lot faster at 43 kilometers, while the Mouse is, well, slower, let's just say, at, well, 22 kilometers per hour, about half the speed. But the Mouse is definitely better, or not better, but it's good. But it won't be better than the E100 ever. So, it's got two guns, a 75 and a 128mm. It's also got a 7mm machine gun, but shush. So the crew does not have a way to connect through here. However, there is a driver, a machine gunner up here, and then there is a loader, commander, loader, gunner, all that standard garbage up here. In terms of armor, you're not going to penetrate it, you're not going to penetrate it, you're not going to penetrate it, you're not going to penetrate it. The only chance you have of penetrating it is up here, and even then, it still has a crap ton of armor. I have been in this thing with 1,000-pound bombs landing here, and I've survived them easily. Like, this thing is so overpowered, it's not funny. To be fair, if you drop a 2,000-pound bomb right there, I would probably take serious damage. I mean, the 1,000-pound bomb, I think, broke the track here and damaged the barrel here, but I don't remember. Again, this was a while ago. Over 2 months, so I take it with a grain of salt. And again, this is only my opinion, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. If you direct hit this thing with a bomb from 1,000 to 2,000 pounds, it will die, but it requires the Mouse to basically be sitting on it. This thing is slow, so the best chance people have of taking it out is going around and basically out-rotating it, and then taking out the barrels and the tracks first, then the barrels. There is never a point when a mouse is not lethal, unless you take out all of its guns and its tracks, in which case it is considered not lethal. Sorry, the camouflage bushes are more just a joke. I don't have them on my other skins for this thing. I spent a lot of time working on getting stuff for this thing. But it is a great tank. In terms of camouflage, it's got a lot of different ones, because again, this was removed from War Thunder a while ago. But I've got different camouflages for different areas, at least some basic ones. This is the one I use the most often. It's just kind of there. Well, I used to use it most often, but now I just kind of use whatever is more convenient. This is more for forests, but I'm not really in forests very often. This is the only confirmed Mouse skin ever from Mouse number 3. Basically, the Russians found this tank destroyed in the factory, and they took the completed body and the completed turret and put them together, and that Mouse is on display somewhere. But yeah, the camouflages aren't really the selling point. The selling point is the weapon. So let's show off the weapon. And I carry a ton of rounds for this thing. Because if you penetrate it, it's very hard to penetrate and get to the ammo. But if it happens, you're going to die anyways. So, yeah. Let's go with mouse number 3 for now, I guess. So, mouse, machine gun. How do I fire my secondary cannon? Controls, weaponry. That's it. All right. So that's the small cannon. And this is about the average speed of this thing. Again, it's not really fast. It's not very fast. I'm actually going a little slow. It's much faster on roads and is much better on roads and stuff. If you manage to cross a bridge in this thing, if they ever add like realistic bridges, so like you can actually collapse through a bridge, and you can cross a bridge in this thing, that's scary because this thing's heavy. It's like, I think, what, like 100 tons or something. It's ridiculous. I did not mean to waste that shell. The main reason I recommend separating your cannons, which you have to do in settings, is because if you're caught loading and, oh no, there's an enemy, it's a T-34, so it's actually not that lethal. Well, you can just aim and, I keep forgetting about the lopsidedness of the guns. God, I'm sorry, I haven't used this thing in a while, so I have to get back into the habit of using the smaller cannon. I do like the fact that they have adjusted it now. Screw this. Alright. I apparently can't aim. It used to be where the 2 circles were lined up exactly, but that's not the case anymore, I guess. So if you want to take out a mouse, the most finicky area I found is that little machine gun port. But not by a lot. It will still screw you up. That survived. I think I'm just more surprised than anything. Not finicky at all, but that's the mouse without a stabilizer. I really need to relearn how to aim this thing. Fire. Ugh. Oh, and I waste my shot, too. This is why I always carry extra rounds for the smaller cannon. Because it's just better overall. I don't use the high explosive rounds, but it's one of those things where if I ever want to overpressure the crap out of someone, yeah. So the turret traverse... Oh, what? Huh. The turret traverse used to be a little slower. When you play the mouse, you can kind of tell, but it feels faster, I guess. Sorry, I was just testing something there. Well, that's odd. The turret traverse now feels the same. I'm very confused what's going on with the mouse. Oh, that was a great shot. Holy crap. The thing I've seen people do is hide light tanks behind the mouse. That's a great strategy I love to use. hide in a light tank behind a mouse, and as it drives and shoots at things, help constantly repair it. So that little port on top is for the smoke grenades. Which, like, why? I mean, it makes sense. It's just kind of ridiculous that it doesn't have a full smoke screen. But that's basically the mouse. It's a super heavy tank that it won't die. It just doesn't die. If you shoot that little tank on the back, it will explode, but it doesn't really damage the mouse too much. It just kind of is like, oh, well, that was inconveniencing. Anyways, time for you to die. Bonk, and now you're dead. I definitely recommend learning how to aim with the smaller cannon, which is, I think, my biggest problem is I just don't know what I'm doing with it. Oh, right, wrong button. Like... There we go. I'm figuring it out, but I'm getting a little bit better. In terms of shell drop, let's... And now let's switch and switch. The first shot there was the 128. The second shot was the 75. This first shot will be the 75. And whenever the big gun reloads, the next shot will be a 128 millimeter. There we go, and bomb. But that's basically the mouse. It's a great tank. Would I recommend grinding for 8 years to get it? Honestly, it depends. It very much depends on your playstyle. I think the simplest answer here is, do you want to get a tank that has downsides in speed, my computer sounds like a jet engine, dude. But it has great guns and armor? Or would you like a more standard MBT? That's basically the question. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you grind, and the way to get it basically right now is that for Gaijin's birthday, they will bring the mouse back. They've done it, to my knowledge, I think 2 years in a row now. With 2021 being the last time they did it. But again, it's early in 2022 right now as of filming this, so I don't really know if they will bring it back in 2022. But I hope they will. One of the things about so the way to get it basically is, sorry, I lost track of thought. Once you have the ability to research a tier 5 German vehicle, just to research, you don't have to have one. The mouse, when it comes back, will be unlocked in the premium area as a green vehicle. However, if you click it and click research, if you put even a single research point in it, you can keep researching it after they remove it again for until you have enough research points, at which case you can unlock it and buy it. But if you, let's say, have a tier 2 German vehicle and you start grinding and you don't invest any points into it, after they remove it again, you can no longer get the mouse. It is gone until next year. I forgot to reload it with armor piercing. I hate myself sometimes. What did I No, stop it. I hate the shell drop on this thing so much, bro. Stop. How about that? The thing that you can't do in the mouse is you can't move and turn. Or you can't just... Or, I mean, you can. You just can't move and turn. You can't be holding W and turn. So you hold W, and then you stop, turn, W, stop, turn. That's what I use. Or I just stop all the way and turn. It's true, you can still move slightly forward, but it's not really the biggest benefit. I think the biggest problem the mouse has is going up hills. But yeah. So back to the question of would I recommend getting the mouse? Yes, in the end I think I would recommend getting it. However, it's not for everyone. The one thing I don't think I would recommend is spending money on getting it. If you're desperate for it, I would set maybe like a $15, like a $15 to $20 maximum, but it's one of those things where it most likely will come back next year. Don't worry about it. I need to learn how to aim. But it will most likely come back, so just wait, be patient. What I would recommend doing if you want this vehicle is go right now, open up War Thunder, and start playing Germany. Like, right now. Work on tanks and stuff, but don't forget to take a break occasionally, because, trust me, it's War Thunder. We all want to die after playing it for a few hours. That was a great shot. I don't even know if this tank, if it can... I've never really come up against many ISs, aside from IS-1s, so I'm not really used to fighting them. But honestly, that's it. I think my biggest criticism of the mouse is this little lip down here. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, you hit it and it dies, but it does. It's more like, oh, you hit it and now your tank is slightly damaged. Oh no, but it's not really something you ever have to worry about, because if you're using the mouse, you really shouldn't. You should be angling your armor and just moving your turret like this, so not very far that way, to the point where your that lip is mostly protected. If you want to use HE shells for anything, use them to take out those things. But yeah, I think that's my biggest thing. I think another downside to the mouse is it doesn't have a factory paint skin. I want a mouse with that red factory paint. I've tried to make it like 4 times. I've given up. Aw, I didn't mean to rack the ammo there. You can see the difference in drop, by the way. Whenever that thing respawns, I'll fire. And it's back, and I'm loaded. Bonk. And it's dead. That's what I would use HE shells for. Don't use them on other things. Anyways, I think that's kind of it. Let me just leave the vehicle so you can see what an explosion from it looks like. Don't be near one of these things when it explodes. It will kill you. Trust me. What else do I have to say about it? I mean, it's better on roads. And it's easier if you work in a group with another person. What I would recommend doing is trying to stay with someone. A strategy I've seen is if you and another friend you have the mouse, to kind of both go forward down an area and angle your turrets like that. So if someone appears over there, you can just move your turret to wherever you need, and they can move their turret to that side. Another strategy I've seen is is like a mouse in the middle, and then the other mice here have their turret turned farther out. But that's not really something I would recommend. I would recommend doing either the two, or just go with or just go with some medium tanks. I do think the mouse is one of my favorite tanks, though, to play with in War Thunder, because it's just so big and hard to deal with that it's... I guess the way I'm trying to put it is I like the ability to... I like the fact that it works like a tank destroyer without any of the... without, like... or I guess with the abilities of a heavy tank. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of, I guess, turret, how high the turret can go, I don't know. I've never really tested it, but I guess there's your maximum. That was a cool shot. And now... why does the smaller one make a bigger boom? I think that's my biggest thing of anger there. Angle the turret a little less. No, stop. Oh, that was weird. Did I fire? I don't think I fired both of them. Oh, well, I guess I did. All right. That's basically it for the mouse. It's a great vehicle with some great things. I mean, it's one of those things where if you want it and you actually are willing to work to get it, you should go for it. But if you're just like, oh, I want it for the meme, it's not worth it. I had to get, what was it? I had to get, I think literally all but these two Panthers right here just to get the mouse. And I just slammed my head into the table as I was playing. I think it was like this. I was playing with this thing. It was about 4.3-ish, I guess. So I guess I was playing 4.3. I don't know. All I remember is pain and lots of using this tank. But in the end, it was absolutely worth it. Also, fight me. This is not the best SPAA in the game. For being an actual SPAA, by the way. I do mean that. This is. Or, here, let me switch it to a different. I didn't know that they had another historically accurate skin for this thing. It's kind of cool, I guess. I might get it. I always have like $2 left on my Gaijin account, so if I want a skin, if it's like 10 cents or below, or sorry, 10 to 15 cents, I'll get it. If it's too expensive, nah. I think my anyways, I don't know what I'm rambling on about. I am proud of this one though. I got this skin for 15 cents, and the next day I looked at it and it was $45. I'm so proud of that decision to get that skin. I'm sorry, it was really cool. And I got this skin for another, I think it was 10 cents. It's invisible to radar, if you're wondering. But me and my friends make jokes about it being genuinely invisible. But yeah. Thank you all so very much for watching. And in the end, I guess I recommend the mouse. Please like, subscribe, share if you want. And yeah. See you all in the next one. Shot Snipe it out. Bye.